Okay, this is Carl, and I am going to go through the final strategy of the 5 strategies that I have launched. So this is the 6th video I've recorded. There will be a further video after this that will explain banking discipline and the point system that I use for those that need it, or at least need to understand how I reach my personal profit and loss figures. So that's looking at the screen in front of you, you can see we have the introduction video and the 4 previous videos which have explained the other 4 strategies, which is back the favourite, first half lay the draw, second half lay the draw, and then lay the underdog. So this is the final one that will be explaining full time lay the draw. For those that have watched the other videos, this spreadsheet by now will be quite familiar. If you haven't watched the other videos, I would suggest perhaps that you watch them in the order that I have recorded them. It is done that way for a reason, so that I'm not going over too much of the same territory over and over again and trying to say the same things become repetitive so that people switch off. I want people to understand what it is that I do for a reason. So, looking at what's in front of me, the 3 columns, these 3 here are the ones we're interested in. It shows the cumulative profit and loss, the cumulative loss for the year, the first one is cumulative for the month, sorry, the cumulative for the year, and then the individual calculations. So, what you can see is that every red in the individual calculation is a loss, which marries up with the X over here that shows that that game ended a draw. Right? There will be winners, there will be losers. This is not winner after winner after winner after winner after winner. It does happen, but there is also loser after loser. It's really important that people are understanding that, and that is why the next video and the final tutorial video of banking discipline and points is so important, and how you stake. So just keep that in mind, and please watch the next video when I have got that recorded. So what you can see is, yes, there are losses, but over time you'll see everything starts to go green, and the important one you're looking for here, guys, is this one here in the middle, the consistent profit that grows over time. Yes, there are ups, yes, there are downs in the months and in the individual days. Sometimes there are bad months, bad runs, particularly those that have followed this strategy with me will know that in August, particularly at the end of August, there was a very bad run, 5 in a row. I've never hit that in this strategy, so that caught me quite by surprise. It was on the last day of the month that I was sending out selections, from 13 points up right into just finishing as a minus, one of the few lost months that this strategy had. However, the overall cumulative still comfortable. Again, that started quite badly into September, but managed to scrape its way through September, despite all of this bad run, into a slight profit. In retrospect, October has started brilliantly and is up at 12.65 points profit. But as you can see, the one in the middle is the one we're looking at. For those that like their graphs, this is what you're looking at now. I've just updated it, and as you can see, it's actually just going off the top of my graph. So I need to change this graph. These will change for the final edition. These are just something that I can look up quickly to show people so they can understand that what they're looking at is ups and downs. As you can see, it goes up, it goes down. But if I was to put a trend line in here, you will see a consistent growth of profit. And that's what this system is. That's what all the strategies are. They are consistent, slow growers, and all of them together actually give quite a good profit. This is not something where you're going to hit 100 to 1 horse. It's not something where you're going to bet for there to be a goal in the last 3 minutes of the game at odds of 20 to 1. That is not what this is. And I keep saying it, I've said it in most of my videos, I would say it again and again and again. Please do not come into this expecting consistent winners one after the other after the other. There will be losses. You need to be disciplined with your banking and your staking, and that will be what will come into the next video that I record. So the strategy itself, I've just gone on to Betfair Exchange here, just completely randomly. I've picked one game that is due to kick off in 20 minutes at midnight, Sport Recife. It's not a selection or anything like that. I just wanted to show how we do these selections. And I've picked 2 games because this is slightly different to the strategies. This is not something that is always going to get matched at kickoff. I'm not happy to lay the draw at odds of over 4.5. That is not something my system is designed for. and it's not something that I will do regularly. So instead, what you will find I would do on games that have odds that start over 4.5, like this one here at 5.4, is I will put an order in prior to the game for my maximum of 4.5 at my current stake, which I'm currently using £15 stakes as a liability of £52. Helpful if I was logged in to place the bet, but you can see what I'm trying to do there. Now, what that will do is attempt to place an order and not a bet. What that means for those that don't really know the exchange that well is that will wait until the odds hit before it takes your bet. If those odds never hit, the bet will never be taken, your money will be returned. Now, there is an important thing here. So, what will happen when you try to play this bet is you will get cancel or keep. Now, some people again will know what this means. For this, we want to make sure we click keep. That is because if you do not click keep, when the game goes live in play, it will automatically cancel if you haven't had your bet taken. So you want to make sure that you are clicking keep and update. It will now sit here in the match odds market waiting to be matched. When the game kicks off, it will still sit there and it will keep going, ticking down as the odds reduce until it's matched. If there is a goal before it is matched, that is a no bet. We cancel our bet. We do not bet that game and it goes on the figures as a 0. It doesn't happen very often. The majority of the selections that I send out are actually at lower odds than this. There are a few that have high odds, but it is quite rare, and that's how we deal with these. What will usually happen, exhibit number 2, is you will have odds that are already less than 4.5. Now, what I do with these, the same as with the other videos, is I will always try to take that extra bit of value. So I can see there is a gap between the markets, 3.65 to 3.8. I will stick one tick lower at 3.7 and I'll put that in and place that, trying to get matched. I'm not going to do it with this. This is not a selection, and if I do that, there is a very high chance I will get matched and get stuck in that game and have to cash out for a slight loss. But it's quite clear, I hope, with the other videos and what I'm doing and why I'm doing that. That will then be something that we just leave. It is a fire and forget strategy like every other strategy, and we just wait to see whether the game is a win or a loss. And that's it, really. It is again as simple as the other strategies. They are all simple. They are all fire and forget. This one is slightly more difficult when the odds are over 4.5, but it's very rare, and it should be clear now, I hope, with this video what you do in those circumstances. There will be another video to come out, as I've said, for the banking discipline and the points. Please subscribe so that you get the notification, because it is probably the most important video I will do. It's the video that probably a lot of other sort of trading clubs and tipsters and everything won't do, because they don't care that you can bust out because they're already taking your money, or for whatever reason. There's a lot that don't care, some do. I'm not about that. I want to make sure that everything is transparent, and what I do is clear and easy to follow if you follow a staking system and a plan. Some people don't need it, some people do. I will put it there for all to see, and that will be the next video. So please subscribe and I will get it out as soon as I can. Cheers, guys.